Tonight on Dark Matter Nap, we are going to explore a machine that is actually a traveling civilization. Imagine a starship so massive that it functions like a self-contained world, yet so slow that the journey across the cosmic void takes centuries. This is the Generation Ship. It is a vessel built with a chilling reality. No one who boards this craft at launch will ever live to see the destination. The people who finally step onto the soil of a new world will be the distant descendants of the original crew, individuals born deep in the interstellar night who have never seen an open sky. We often treat interstellar travel as an engineering puzzle waiting for a faster engine, a warp drive, or a fusion rocket. But the physics of our universe are uncompromising. The nearest star system, Alpha Centauri, sits 25 trillion miles away. Even if we build highly advanced propulsion, crossing these immense gulfs will take multiple human lifetimes. This means interstellar travel is not a problem you solve with better physics. It is a problem you solve with biology, sociology, and culture. You must build an ecosystem that can recycle every single atom for hundreds of years, and a society that can maintain its technical knowledge without outside help. Before we look inside the walls of this deep space cage, take a second to like this video and subscribe. It helps Dark Matter Nap reach more curious minds like yours. Now, settle in, turn off the lights, and let's step aboard. The moment a Generation Ship seals its hatches and fires its engines, it cuts itself loose from the global supply chains of Earth. Everything the ship starts with is everything it will ever have for the next 300 years. There are no resupply missions, no deliveries, and no emergency services. To keep a population of several thousand people alive, the ship must function as a flawless, closed-loop biological engine. Every breath of air must be scrubbed of carbon dioxide and replenished with oxygen using visual decks of automated vertical farms and photosynthetic algae tanks. Every drop of wastewater, sweat, and urine must be continuously distilled and purified back into crystal-clean drinking water. We saw early hints of these challenges in the 1990s with Biosphere 2, an experimental sealed ecosystem in the Arizona desert. That experiment ran into severe struggles as soil microbes consumed oxygen faster than anticipated, causing atmospheric imbalances that put the crew at risk. A Generation Ship cannot afford these systemic miscalculations. Its life support cannot just be a collection of mechanical pumps. It must be a fully functioning, resilient ecosystem that can self-correct when biology throws an unexpected curveball. While biology recycles the air, the physical structure of the ship faces a slow, relentless war against material decay. A Generation Ship is a machine, and across centuries of continuous operation, machines break. The water pumps will wear out, the electrical circuits will suffer from radiation damage, and the seals separating the living quarters from the vacuum of space will slowly degrade. To survive this timeline, a Generation Ship must carry a visual industrial manufacturing capability. It cannot just carry spare parts, because a spare part sitting in a warehouse for 2 centuries can suffer from structural fatigue. Instead, the ship must carry raw elemental materials, stocks of iron, polymers, and silicon, alongside advanced automated fabrication tools. If a critical valve fails in year 150, the crew must be able to manufacture a brand new valve from scratch. The ship must be a miniature, self-contained industrial civilization. If the manufacturing chain breaks, or if the raw material stocks run dry before reaching the destination, the lifespan of the ship hits a hard mechanical deadline. Let's move past the hardware and look at the human cost of this voyage. Humans did not evolve to live inside metal tubes. We are biological creatures wired for open horizons, changing seasons, and the rich sensory variety of a living planet. Inside a Generation Ship, the sky is a curved steel ceiling, and the weather is completely controlled by automated air vents. Psychologists studying long-term isolation in Antarctic research stations reliably document a phenomenon called winter-over syndrome. Even when scientists know they are going home in a few months, they experience cognitive slowing, emotional blunting, and interpersonal friction under prolonged confinement. On a generation ship, this psychological strain is amplified across an entire lifespan. The crew members face a unique social pressure. You can never escape. The person you have a severe conflict with today is sitting at the next table at dinner tonight, and they will be there for the next 40 years. Without advanced, built-in conflict resolution processes, internal friction can accumulate slowly, fracturing the social stability of the community from within. This psychological weight introduces a profound political and philosophical crisis: the problem of generational consent. The original crew who boards the ship at launch are volunteers. They understand the mission, they accept the sacrifices, and they willingly trade the comforts of Earth for the chance to launch humanity into the deep dark. But their children did not choose this mission. Their grandchildren did not sign the founding charter. By year 100, the entire population of the ship consists of people who were born into a heavy, unyielding obligation they never voted for. They are locked inside a flying metal cage, maintaining complex nuclear reactors and farming decks for a destination promise made by ancestors they never met. If the living generation decides by majority vote that they no longer care about the destination, if they choose to slow the ship down and turn it into a permanent stationary home in the void, the mission ends. The governance of a generation ship must balance the rights of the living population with the unyielding technical demands of the voyage, a political challenge that no earthbound society has ever successfully resolved. But the most dangerous, silent threat to a generation ship is not a mechanical breakdown or a political mutiny. It is the gradual, quiet decay of human knowledge. A modern spacecraft is operated by thousands of specialists backed by the collective intelligence of an entire global civilization. If an anomaly occurs, you call mission control. But deep in interstellar space, radio messages take years to travel back and forth. The ship's crew is entirely on its own. This means that all technical expertise, from nuclear physics to soil microbiology, must be flawlessly transmitted from parent to child across centuries. But knowledge is not automatically inherited. Every time a complex procedure passes to a new generation, there is an opportunity for information to be lost, simplified, or misunderstood. If the training culture degrades even slightly, a generation can arise that knows how to follow a checklist but doesn't understand the underlying physical principles. The day a system fails in a way the textbook didn't anticipate, procedures become useless. The loss of expertise does not sound an alarm. It happens quietly in classroom decks until someone opens a critical processing panel and realizes they no longer understand what they are looking at. When we sum up the biological feedback loops, the psychological strain, and the relentless march of entropy, we realize that a generation ship is the ultimate test of human civilization. It forces us to ask whether a small slice of humanity can hold its competence and its shared meaning together across the dark. In a strange way, we don't need to launch a rocket to understand this challenge. We are already aboard a generation ship. Earth is a sealed blue sphere drifting through a silent void, carrying everything we need to survive under a thin blanket of air. We have no resupply ships coming, and there is no rescue mission if we mismanage our life support. Thank you for joining me tonight on this late-night deep dive here on Dark Matter Nap. If this journey into the architecture of the generation ship challenged the way you view our future, or made you appreciate the fragile balance of our own planet, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe. Your support keeps this channel running through the dark. The next time you walk outside and look up at the night sky, remember that the hardest distance to cross is not the mileage between the stars, but the gap between our technology and our wisdom. Sleep well tonight, knowing that our local world is still holding together. Good night, and may your dreams reach far beyond the horizon.